Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Cheltenham Racecourse here on Thursday. It is the 12th of March, 2026. Gonna look at the stakes races on the program from Cheltenham, but before I get on to that, remember to follow me on X at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world. And I mean around the world. Join me tomorrow for my Cheltenham Gold Cup preview, and also this week's weekend for my Uttoxeter Midlands Grand National preview. That's a race I'm really looking forward to. But let's look at the stakes action from Cheltenham. We're going to look at the first five races on the program, all the graded races. So we have a smorgasbord of race to get to. Let's get to it right now. The first race to 120. It is the Grade 2 Ryanair's Mares Novices Hurdle. It's a Grade 2 event for Class 1 horses going for $131,500. Race for novice 4-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 22 fillies and mares going the distance of ground of 3,400 meters or 2 miles and 1/8 over the hurdle course. Going to take the number 13 horse Concapere as a top selection. Excuse me, I can't speak. I'm going to go 13-5 in the forecast exacta. 13-5 forecast exacta. Top selection 13 horse La Conquiere. This 7-year-old mare by Le Harvey. Jamie Snowden trains. Gavin Sheehan gets the mount. Ran the horse most recently 17th of January at Ascot. 2 miles in the Grade 2 Warfield Mares Hurdle, and she finished second by a half a length that day. I thought she probably wanted a little bit more ground. I think the extra furlong's really going to suit her well today, but she jumped a terrific race. She quickened up a lot. She just, missed that day, but she ran her heart out. She's refreshing here to Cheltenham. Gets, I like that there's time between races. I think she could, get the trip and run well. Since coming to the obstacles, she's really run terrifically. She ran two back in the mare's listed novice hurdle at Newbury, 2 miles, 29th of November, and she won by 3 1/4 lengths that day. And she's won on the front end. She jumped well. She quickened up a lot, and she got the job done. A very good race there. And then prior to that, in the mare's main hurdle at Uttoxeter over the 2 miles on Halloween, winning by 3/4 length, 80 cents to the dollar favorite. She had a strong run in, which really, set her well. She's improved a lot. Coming here at 15-1, I think she could be an upsetter. I think the 5 horse here, carrying Morn and Spruce for James Bowen and Declan Quealy Cohen also ran most recently at Leopardstown over the 2 and the Grade 1 Champions Novice Hurdle, where he was a well beaten second, finished second by 5 lengths. The winner Skylight Hustle just had the jump on her, but this horse she got down the race course well. Prior to that, in the ladies' mares hurdle at down Royal over the 2 miles and 8th on Halloween, she finished second by 1 1/4 lengths, where she just kind of yielded late. But again, I've seen worse race from her, and then she won at Lismore in a quite nice main hurdle back in September. Refreshing her off some decent runs this season. Let's use her on the play spot that begins with this race. Oh, that's what we're going to play towards the this card, the play spot. So I think it's a very good wager today. But let's recap my selection for the first, the 120 from John Limits, the Grade 2 Ryanair Mares Novices Hurdle. Going to take the 13 horse L'Enfantier, 13-5 forecast exacta. Use them both in multi-race. Heading over to the race number 2, the 2 o'clock, which is the Grade 2 Jack Richards Novices Limited Handicap Chase. It's a Grade 2 event for Class 1 horses going for $156,500 purse race for novice 5-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 20 horses going the distance of ground of 4,200 meters or 2 miles and 5/8 over the chase course. Going to take the number 18 horse, who is Kendo Saint Frey. I'm going to go 18-4 in the forecast exacta. 18-4 forecast exacta. Top section 18 horse Kendo Saint Frey. The 6-year-old gelded by Masked Marvel. Anthony Honeyball Trans gets Dingle up in the saddle, carrying a low weight of 146 pounds in the spot. He ran most recently in Class 1 Premier Handicap Chase at Kempton, 3 miles, 21st February, and he finished third by 2 1/4 lengths. Carrying no weight on his back. He jumped well. He moved a little bit late. He was a well-beaten third that day, but he ran his heart out. He's coming here to Cheltenham, where he's run very well in the past. Going to see a little bit more slower ground, which I think should suit him well. I think he should be up there late and run a good race. 2 back in a Class 2 novice handicap chase at Cheltenham, 2 miles 5/8, 24th of January. He finished fourth by 5 lengths. Again, well beaten. He got around the race course well. He just needed more of a run in. But I've seen worse race from him. And then an Aintree right before Christmas, 2.5 miles in a Class 3 novice limited handicap chase. Finished second by 3 lengths that day. He just had a few mistakes. I don't know if he likes Aintree that day, but his most recent victory came locally over the 2.5 miles in Class 3 limited handicap chase, winning by 3 lengths. He had no weight on his back, but he flew home clear. Very good race. His only subpar race of the season was a fall here back in October, but he was running on quite quick ground, which I don't think he really adored. I think he likes the soft stuff. He's going to get it today. I think he can improve a lot. I think the 4 horse Regent Stroll for Harry Cogan going also was a 1 or 2 back in a beginner's chase at Wincanton over the 2.5 miles in December, winning by 4 1/4 lengths. He went under the drive easily. Came back to run a novice chase after that, Cheltenham over the 2 miles 5/8 on New Year's Day, where he finished second by 4 lengths. Again, the winner had the jump on him, but he got around the race course well and quite fast ground for the day. He's come back here to soft ground, which I think should suit him well. I'll give him a shot at 5-20 in the play spot. But to recount my selection for the 2 o'clock, the second race from Cheltenham, it's the grade 2 Jack Richards novices a limited handicap chase. Going to take the 18 horse Cadeau Saint Frey. Give kudos to the 4 horse Regent Stroll, where we 18-4 forecast exacta. Use them both in the play spot. The third race, the 240 from Cheltenham, it's the Grade 1 Close Brothers Mares Hurdle. It's a Grade 1 event for Class 1 horses going for $156,500 purse, race for 4-year-olds and upwards, fillies, mares only. 7 horses are going the distance of ground of 4,000 meters or 2.5 miles over the her course. Gonna take as a top selection 7 horse here. Wodo as a top selection. I'm gonna go 763 in the Tri-Cash trifecta. 763 Tri-Cash trifecta, and a very likely winner on the card is the 7 horse Wodo. 6-year-old mare by Le Harvey. Gordon Elliott trains. Jack Kennedy gets the mount. She was terrific right after Christmas at Leopardstown. 2 miles 9/16 in the Grade 3 Carry Mount Mares Hurdle, winning by 2 1/4 lengths. She basically floated over the fences. She only had 4 other rivals, but it was a very easy run back to Ireland. She's coming here back to the UK off some decent runs, has done very well here at Cheltenham in the past. I think she's sitting on a very good race, and I think she can improve. She ran 2 back against the boys in the Ascot Hurdle. Ascot 2 miles 3/8 back in November, and she won by 2 1/4 lengths. Carrying no weight on her back. She settled well. She jumped a terrific race, and she flew home clear. A very good return to the races. Prior to that, she ran the Aintree Hurdle on Aintree of the 2.5 miles, where she finished second by 2 3/4 lengths. Lassie Mouth just had the jump on her. A terrific horse. This horse just kind of yielded before the wire. Just got beat by a better horse on the day. But she won here in a conditional handicap hurdle, 2.5 miles last season at the festival. Winning by 4 1/4 lengths. She was much, much the best. And then she won here in December 2024 quite easily. She's refreshed here, training well. 4 to 5. I think she's a very, very likely winner. A single in the quad pot and plays pot for me. But to recount my selection for the 243rd race from Cheltenham, it's the Grade 1 Close Brothers Mares Hurdle. I'm going to take 7 horse Woodell, 763 Tri-Cash trifecta, single 7 in the multi race. Let's get to the fourth race, the 320 from Cheltenham, the co-feature on the program. It's the Grade 1 Stayers Hurdle. It's a Grade 1 event for Class 1 horses going for $406,500 purse, race for 4-year-olds and upwards. 11 horses are going the distance of ground here of 3 miles over the hurdle course. Going to take the number 2 horse here, Bob Ollinger, as a top selection. 2-7-11 in the Tri-Cash trifecta. 2-7-11 Tri-Cash trifecta. Top selection's the 2 horse, Bob Ollinger, this 11-year-old gelding here. Henry de Broomhead trains, gets O'Keefe up in the saddle. He's an old man, this one now. He's in his 11-year-old campaign. Seems like he's been around forever because he has. But he ran most recently in the Christmas Hurdle Leopardstown, 2 miles 7/8 back on 20th December, where he finished second by 7 lengths. He was a well-beaten horse that day, but he jumped to well. I didn't think it was a half bad race off the bench. Coming here time between races, he's proven that he can run with time between races. I think he could, make that one run today, and I think he could run a terrific race. He ran here last year and he upset at 8-1 in this race. Winning by 1 3/4 lengths, he stayed well. He quickened up a lot. That was a very good run, with it also being his first start since the Savills Hurdle. Over the 2 miles 7/8 at Leopardstown during the Christmas meeting, where he finished second by 6 lengths. Home by the Lee just really ran terrifically, and this horse got beat by quite a few times in that 24 season. But this horse, she ran her heart out that day. And then prior to that, the Liz Mullen Hurdle at Navan, 2.5 miles in the fall of 2024, finishing second by 3 1/4 lengths, was just a little bit flat that day. This horse likes running here and has run well against these older horses. One placed in the Irish Champion Hurdle back in the fall of 20 in the spring of 24. Came back to run in the Aintree Hurdle, where he placed behind Imperial at Pass, who just is a very good horse. But this horse, she ran her heart out. He's coming to the Stayers trip. He's done everything right. 6-1. I think the old man can get one more victor here at the festival. I think there could be an upsetter here by the 7-horse Honesty Policy for Mark Walsh and Gordon Elliott. Ran most recently in the Long Walk Hurdle, where he finished third by 1.5 lengths that day, where the horse just wouldn't get there late maybe just not 100% cranked with it being their first start since April. That April 30th where they came at Punchestown over 3 in the Grade 1 Shanner Real Estate Group Novices Hurdle, where the horse finished second by a half length. We're again just a little bit flat on the yielding ground, but won the Mersey's Novices Hurdle at Aintree during the Grand National meeting quite nicely. If he could show those races like he did at Aintree or even the Ascot race last time out, I think he should go up a lot. He's proven that he wants to go a longer trip. He's going to get a given the ground, time tune races. I think at 9-2, he's another very likely winner. We'll use him in the place pot here. But to recount my selection for the fourth, the 320 from Cheltenham, it's the Grade 1 Stayers Hurdle. Going to take the 2 horse Bob Ollinger. Give kudos to 7 horse Honesty Policy. Or 2-7-11 Tri-Cash Trifecta, 2-7 in the place pot to the featured fifth race now from Cheltenham, the 5 o'clock, or excuse me, not the 5 o'clock, the 4 o'clock here. It's the Grade 1 Ryanair Chase. It's a Grade 1 event for Class 1 horses going for a $469,000 purse race for 5-year-olds and upwards. 9 horses are going the distance of ground of 4,200 meters or 2 miles and 5/8 over the Chase course. Gonna take the 6 horse John Bond as a top selection. 653 in the Tri-Cash Trifecta. 653 Tri-Cash Trifecta. Top selection 6 horse John Bond. Again, another old man here. 10-year going by Walk in the Park. Nicky Henderson trains and Nico de Boinville, who is having a great day in the press. A great Wednesday afternoon. The press gets them out. Go see for yourself. Ran most recently at Ascot the 14th of February. 2 miles 5/8 in the Grade 1 Ascot Chase, and the horse won by 1/2 lengths. The old John Bond really showed up his most recent outings. He flew over the fences, quickened up nicely. That was a good race. Biggest question with him is, will he show the form today? Those weren't the world's toughest horses he's been facing, but he has the hidden ability to run that good race. Like I said, his form has really been showing up a lot recently again. He ran 2 back in the Clarence House Chase of the 2 miles and extended 2 miles at Ascot right after Christmas, where he won by 3 lengths and upset it at 6-1. He flew home clear, going away victor. And then the Tingle Creek, he placed behind Eat Tepes, or excuse me, the French horse, who just really came home clear. But this horse just was a little bit flat that day. Ran the shoulder chase prior to that where he was flat. But he's the kind of horse, if you look over his races over the 2.5 miles, 2 miles, 5 furlongs, as of recently, they're a little bit few and far between. But that's where he really shows up. He won the Melling Chase quite nicely last season. Maybe he doesn't want to go 2 miles anymore. Maybe he just wants to go that extra half mile. He's going to get it today. He's coming to this race absolutely beautiful. I think it's 7-1. He's a very likely winner here at the festival. I think the 5-horse Impair and Pass for Paul Townend and Willie Mullins could get a check also. He ran most recently in the Red Mills Chase at Gowan over the 2 miles 3/8 back in February, where he won by 1 1/4 lengths and he basically won in a trot. Didn't need a race for him coming into the festival. They found it. He won easily. He ran prior to that in the Champion Novice Hurdle at Punchestown over the 3 miles in an eighth last April, where he didn't finish the race. He got hampered down by a fallen rival that day. What can you do? It's just a very unfortunate situation. And then prior to that, he won the Manifestos Novices Chase at Aintree, quite impressive by 1 1/4 lengths. He missed last year's festival, came back to win at Aintree, came back to win at Gowan last time out. Coming here at 7-1, I think he's another upsetter here. I'll use him on the ticket in this place pot, which looks like it's going to be very nicely done today. So make sure you play it. But to recount my selection for the 4 o'clock, the 5th race from Cheltenham, it's a Grade 1 Ryanair Chase. Going to take the 6-horse John Bond. We're going to go 6-5-3 Tri-Cash Trifecta. We'll use the 6 and 5 in the place pot here. So good luck to all, and please follow me on X at Horse Racing Kid 5 and join me tomorrow for my Cheltenham Gold Cup preview. Good luck, everybody.